Deepen your breath if you have not yet. Relax your jaw. Let your eyes fall heavy. And in this moment, set an intention for your practice. If you normally set an intention, you know what that is. If you aren't super familiar with setting an intention for your practice, it's as simple as telling yourself something good. Just giving yourself a kind thought or even a kind thought to someone else. Paying it forward. There's your breath and how it moves in and out through your nose right now. In a moment, we'll move through some collective breaths together. I'll guide you through each and every breath. So you just do your best. Begin to exhale anything that's left at the bottom of your lungs so we can prepare to breathe together. Upon empty, seal your lips. And through your nose, take a nice inhalation in. Go all the way full. Go the distance to actually fill up both sets of lungs. Pause right at the top just for one breath. As you exhale, open wide and audibly release it out. It feels so good to take that audible breath as loud as you need. Seal your lips once again and inhale. Breathe in. Feel it go down the back of your throat. Allow it to expand into your lungs. Pause and hold. Audibly exhale. Just share your breath with the room. Share your breath with your neighbor. Seal your lips upon empty. And last and final breath that I will guide you into. Inhale, draw it in. Down the back of your throat. Deeper into your lungs. And even let it hit the peak of your abdomen. Pause and hold again. Exhale. Go all the way empty into your lungs like you just deflated a balloon. Bring your lips back to touch. And continue a rhythm and a cadence to your breath that works to keep throughout your whole practice. And just be aware that if your breath slips away or into a choppy place, you can revisit it again here in child's pose anytime you need to. Take a couple more breaths on your own. Stay in child's pose and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. One handprint at a time. Perhaps the left hand won't be able to place on the right hand. Shift your hips a little bit towards the left and just draw through our head and be in the moment. And once again, walk your hands one handprint at a time all the way over to the left side. Right hand on top of left if it's willing, as well as right hip toward the right. And walk your way back to the center of your space where you'll come into an extended child's pose. Hands down, elbows lift. As you inhale, lift your hips, draw your feet behind your hips, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Move around. Do what feels good in the posture. Swivel your hips, rotate, and breathe. Get unstuck as you reorganize. And then find stillness as quickly as possible. Remind yourself of your intention and fall into it. As you breathe in, lift your heels up high. As you exhale, bend your knees to a low hover like a bear posture. Draw your shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift your hips up high. And exhale, lower your heels down.
And one more round. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend the knees to hover. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower heels down, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, come down into tabletop posture. You may want to adjust your hands under your shoulders and stack your bones. Uncurl the tops of your feet so they're also flat. Think of pressing your shins into your space. Cat-cow together. Inhale, drop the belly for cow pose. Lift the heart forward and slightly up. Gorgeous. Exhale, round your spine, chin down, heart up. And again, inhale, let the belly fall, let the heart shine, shoulders draw back. Cat pose, exhale, round, hollow, and breathe. Inhale, come back through tabletop pose. We'll be adding on in our tabletop. Kickstand your left leg out to the side as we set up for a modified side plank. Pull your left hand toward your right to the center of your chest. Pivot open so you'll open to the right side of your mat. Stack your shoulders and flex your right foot at the back of your mat, so the short edge. Now lift your navel in and lengthen your tailbone long while you lift your right leg up to float in line with your right hip. As you exhale, lower your right leg to either hover and feel free to touch the ground. 3 more. Inhale, lift your right leg up in line with your hip. It's dorsiflexed. Exhale, lower and hover using your inner thigh adductor. And lift up, abduction, and lower down. On the next breath in, lift your leg up in line with your hip. As you exhale, kick your heel back towards your seat. Option to sweep your right hand back to catch the top of your foot. The inhale, slightly kick into your hand and allow your chest to shift forward. Lift up out of your left wrist and hold. Slow and mindful. Inhale, extend your right leg in line with your hip and your right arm to the loop. Exhale, come back through tabletop. One hand under each shoulder, sway side to side, right, left, and left and right. Good. Now kickstand your right leg out to the side. Right hand walks towards left. Open up to side plank. So you'll open to your left side. I'm still facing you so you can see. Lengthen the tailbone and lift the top leg up on the inhale breath. Flex it. Exhale, lower, use your inner thigh, long torso. And inhale, lift it up. Feel your quadricep lift from the knee. Exhale, lower it down. 2 more times. Fantastic energy. Breathe in to lift. And lower it down. And inhale, as you lift here, exhale, bend the heel towards your seat with the option to sweep the left hand to catch the top. Your gentle kick into your hand sends your chest automatically forward so you can pause and hold for 1 to 2 more breaths. Extend your left leg in line with your hip and your left arm high to the sky. Return through tabletop position and move side to side. Get all the feels of movement with breath. Once you're even on both sides, pause. Walk your fingertips slightly forward, curl the toes, come back to downward facing dog. Allow your hips to lift. Your chest goes towards your thighs. And anytime you come into downward facing dog, you want to move around, by all means do. I always like to say, listen to the body's requests. Beautiful, Charlene. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, gaze between your thumbs. Step or float forward and forward fold at the top of your mat. Toes are close together. Inhale, take your first half lift for Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine north and south. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, drop your head. Let's move together. Inhale, rise, root down through your feet. We'll take an open twist this morning. Exhale, right arm down, right side. Both palms face right. Draw the left hip back. Inhale, arms come up, biceps frame your temples, left side. Exhale, left arm goes back. Draw the right hip back. Lift up, chin up.
Inhale, come back through center, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, bend at your knees, and breathe. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Feel free to bend the knees. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. One more round. Inhale, root down, lift all the way up high. Draw the belly button back. Open twist, exhale, right arm down the right. Draw the left hip in. Inhale, come back through center, arms up, but gaze goes straight ahead. Exhale, left arm down, right arm forward. Micro bend your elbows. Inhale, lift arms up, gaze ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Big long spine, but very deep breath. Inhale, half lift to lengthen. As you exhale, high plank. One hand at a time, one leg at a time, and breathe. So hold your plank with the alternative of knees on the mat. Reach your heels energetically towards the back. Very nice. Breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Use the core all the way up into your downward facing dog again. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow, 3-point plank. Stay here with knee to the left elbow. Knee center. Inhale, right leg goes up and back. Exhale, quietly step it through between your hands. Lower your back knee, low crescent lunge. Inhale, let's lift arms to nails. Stay for the first exhale so you can lift up through the low belly. Inhale, lift all four sides of your waist, open, twist, exhale, right arm back. Inhale, gravitate back to center and low crescent. Curl the left toes. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Both hips forward and hold. Inhale to breathe. Exhale, hands down. Optional chaturanga if you're warm and ready. Option to ekapada to downward facing dog. And we'll meet again for the second side. Inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, travel. Right elbow. Center. Inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through, lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep arms, thumbs rotate back, lift up. Breathe in, secure the ribs. Exhale, open twist left side. Feel free to gaze left. Inhale, come back through low crescent lunge, curl toes. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Hips forward, not so much of a tuck, but just send the pelvic floor forward. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga or plank or down dog. You decide. It's halfway, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe. Inhale, guide your heels up. Exhale, gaze forward. Step or float to the top, back to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise high. Inhale, root to rise. Take a back bend. Exhale, Prana Mudra. Lift up. Breathe in. Arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Warming up every movement of our spine. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Back to high plank. Exhale, one footprint at a time, adding on to plank. Lower down to forearm plank. Palms in line with elbows, preferably. Option to have the knees down, otherwise stay exactly where you are with me. Inhale, lift your right foot off the mat and hinge. Make sure it remains flexed. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left toes lift up. Exhale, lower. Lower just your knees down so we're all in a modified forearm plank. Lower your hips down.
As you uncurl your toes, so tops of feet flat, slide your elbows 1 inch forward, Sphinx pose. Palms flat. As the breath goes in, draw your chest forward and slightly up, put the shoulders down the backside. Breathe. Inhaling in. Exhale, lower your chest and your chin and slide your arms to frame your ribs. Curl the toes, high plank. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. Walk it out if needed. Awesome. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale on empty, step or float. Moving into our sun B with variations. Inhale, half lift, long, shift towards your toes, please. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana, hips down, arms up high. Crouch and curl on your exhale breath. So bend the knees, round in a tiny little ball. Here's the challenge. As you inhale, land your heels, come back to your chair without standing tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, elongate your spine, north and south. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step, float, or skip. Be mindful if you jump back, your elbows should have a bend, okay? Downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward, flatten your back foot down. Inhale through warrior one. 1 breath series, draw the right hip back. Exhale, hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Ekapada for those who wish to intensify. Inhale, lift the heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg forward, back heel to the ground. Inhale, warrior one, thumbs go back. Exhale, hands down, Ekapada, Chaturanga. Ride that breath. Downward facing dog, please. As you navigate your way through your practice, become super aware of your breath. This is your opportunity to slow it down and reconnect. Love the commitment. Beautiful energy. Breathe in to lift heels. Look forward, gaze that direction. Step or float back into your forward fold. Inhale, elongate your spine. Remember that slight shift forward. Exhale, fold back to our chair variation. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana, arms up, heels down. Remember that crouch and curl. Exhale, round, tiny little ball. Hug the front of your knees as an option. Inhale, chair, heels down, arms up high. Different exit. Exhale, stand tall, hands to heart. Namaste Mudra. Standing balance right away into our practice. I'm going to turn to face you. Our standing balance will be tree pose with left heel leading the way. So go ahead and bring your left heel, high, medium, or low on the inner right leg, just somewhere above or below your knee. I'm going to go right below my knee today. As your hands are at your heart space, lift up out of the right hip. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head, interlace all 10 fingers, and flip your palms up to the roof. Draw the belly button in and the shoulders down your back. Breathe. You're doing awesome. On your next breath in, I'm going to add on to our tree pose. You're going to inhale, bring your arms in line with your nose. Palms still face away from you like you're pushing. Now draw the knuckles toward your chin as the elbows go out to the side. And push away once again. We'll take 3 more that way. And draw the elbows out to the side. Remember to lift up out of your right hip. And push. It's a push and a pull. And draw the energy in towards the heart space. And anything you no longer need, feel free to push it away. Hold here. Lift the arms up over your head. Break the bind back to a tree style arm. Exhale, hands to the heart. Left foot to right. And just pedal out the legs. Right heel, high, medium, or low. Bring it to the inner left leg.
Awesome. And once you lift up out of your left hip and elongate your torso, there are 4 sides of it. Lift your arms up over your head and take the non-dominant inner legs, opposite of what we just did, while you rotate your palms up to the rope. You're just setting this up. Draw your arms forward in line with your nose. Remember, palms are away from you the whole time. Draw the knuckles towards your chin while your elbows go to the side. Strong shoulder girdle. And press your palms away from you of things you no longer need today. And draw the energy in through the chest and the sternum. And push it away. So good. And one more. Draw it in. And let it go. Inhale, lift your arms up, palms to the roof. Flip the palms, open the arms. Exhale, stand tall. Samastitihi, hands to heart space. Remember your intention. Blink your eyes shut for just a single breath. Notice that when you breathe, everything changes. Blink your eyes open, place your arms by your side, traditional mountain posture, palms forward. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Let's prepare to flip. Exhale, bend, hinge, and breathe. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, half lift, long. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step it, float it, navigate your way through it. Inhale, upward facing dog. No rush, no hurry. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go. An entirely new flow. Inhale, right leg goes up and back. On your exhale, step it through between your hands. Anchor the back heel for warrior 2. Be mindful, heel to heel. Let's rise. Windmill open. Gaze over your right fingertips. Lift up out of your hips, but bend the front leg. Straighten the back leg. That's it. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm down, right arm high. Exhale through side angle. So just pivot through center and come over to right elbow either on the right thigh. If you are ready, bring it on the inner right arch of foot instead. Option 1 is to just stay 6 and 12. Option 2 is to take full variation of Utthita extended. Ardha Konasana. Look under the left shoulder. How do you feel? How do you want to feel in the next 60 moments? Inhale, come back through reverse. Straighten your front leg all the way from the arch of your right foot. As you set up triangle, reach forward through center with straight legs. Reach forward past your toes, in fact, and lower all the way down with right hand to shin. If you want a prop, grab a prop. Even try to float the bottom arm. That's the ultimate goal. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior 2, watch the front knee. Inhale to reverse warrior, no bottom arm if possible on the left. Exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Circle it, ekpada it, and know your option that you need. Lift up and draw back. Inhale, left leg goes up high. Excellent lift. Exhale, quietly step through. Anchor the back foot, warrior 2. Lead with your right arm, spiral and blossom. Just always build your foundation. Feel the roots enter into the ground. Reverse, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. Reach forward. Find your option. Maybe you start with 6 and 12 and then eventually you extend or Theta. Arm goes forward. But I like to flip my palm to the front of my mat and then swipe it. Inhale, reverse warrior. Draw the front leg straight, long. Exhale, come through triangle. So take the long shift through all 4 sides of your waist. And then lower your left hand, and maybe the left hand never actually touches anything. Become less dependent on what you once were. Beautiful. The energy is awesome. Inhale, lift your eyes. Exhale, warrior two, bend the knee, gaze straight ahead. Inhale, reverse, light on the right hand, straight in the left arm. Exhale, move, breath to movement through chaturanga. Step it back. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Lift through the heels, gaze forward, travel to the top, step or float. Inhale, half lift, row. Exhale, fold back to our chair variation today. Inhale, land down through the heels, reach the arms up high. Remember our crouching. Exhale, tiny little ball. Feel free to keep the arms around the shins, tuck the chin. Inhale, chair pose, heels down, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, hips up, head down. Inhale, elongate the torso, half lift. Exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana as you wish. Plank is a really great alternative to build the strength to successfully find Chaturanga Dandasana much more efficiently. Inhale, right leg up and back. Keep your toes flexed down. Exhale, step it through. Anchor the back foot, returning through warrior one, please. Inhale, arms up, biceps frame your temples, rotate thumbs back, draw right hip in. Flip your palms away from you and reach your arms behind you and interlace all 10 fingers. You can match your wrists together or keep an open palm, yogi's choice. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, lead through the chest, hinge from the right hip and go into humble warrior. As your knuckles hinge up towards the roof, notice what's happening in the right leg. Stay where you are. Ungrip your right toes. Nice, Charlene. Beautiful. Breathe. Lead through your knuckles and rise all the way up. Break the bind of your hands and sweep your arms up to warrior one. Shift the left heel up to a high crescent lunge. Find a steady gaze to focus on. Draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, prepare to hinge forward, setting up warrior three. Exhale, press off the ball of your left foot. Flex your left toes and lengthen through your waist. Option is to stay or lower the left hand under your left shoulder for a revolved half moon. Lower the left fingers onto the ground and feel free to float. However, spiral your chest and your torso towards the right side. Let the energy go through your left leg. If it's bent, see if you can elongate the back of the left knee. And I'll have another alternative. Turn your gaze down for a moment, but stay in revolved half moon. Draw your right elbow towards your left knee. So bend your left knee in, guide your right elbow across. And inhale, rotate back to half moon, 3 more. Exhale, knee to elbow, breathe. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. One more time. Inhale, open out. Exhale, knee to elbow, hold. Inhale, expand, open. Exhale, forward fold. Hand down, feet touch, and breathe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair posture, inhale, lower hips and lift. Arms back into that crouch and curl from the top. Exhale, crouch and curl. Feel free to bring your arms where they'd like to go. Inhale, chair, heels down, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift and row. Exhale, chaturanga and float. Downward facing dog, let's unite.
Left leg, lead it up, toes flex down. Exhale, step it, warrior one, heel to heel alignment, flatten and lift.
Palms go away. We'll take the awkward grip. Sweep the hands behind, non-dominant interlace. Inhale, knuckles down the back thigh, heart up. Humble warrior, hinge from the left hip. Knuckles to the sky, left shoulder toward the left inner knee, and drop your head. Fall in, let go, and let be. Yes, your commitment is outstanding. Love it. Knuckles lead, inhale, rise, break the bind, let the arms float up, feel those tingles. Flip the right heel up, setting up. Thumbs to the sternum in a namaste mudra. Inhale, long hinge forward. Exhale, float up to your warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Your toes pivot down, so do your hips in one straight line. And your next option, right hand under right shoulder to revolve that half moon. Spiral your chest to the left. If you come out of the posture, feel free to join us once again. Remember, if the back leg has a bend, think of lifting from the back of the right knee. Inhale as we breathe. Adding on, exhale, elbow to knee. So bend the right knee in to top. Open up on the breath in, leg extends back strong. Exhale, breathe it out, elbow to knee. Reach out, open. And draw it in and squeeze that gut. One more time, out, lift, breathe. And draw it in. Inhale as you open. Exhale, forward fold, feet touch. And just breathe. Open your feet to the distance of your hips. Find a ragdoll pose, opposite elbows hook into elbow creases. And go ahead and rotate side to side. Shift the body weight from right to left. Notice how you feel. Coming back into your practice with breath, body, and movement. That's it. Release your fingertips down right in front of your toe tips and just notice how you feel. Notice the now. Walk your toes close together, perhaps they even touch, and bend the knees deep into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift, grow your spine. Exhale, fold. Return through chair, however, a very different variation. Inhale, send your hips down first, then back as your arms go up. And exhale, bring your hands back into your heart space. Inhale, draw the belly in while in chair. Exhale, chair twist right side. So perhaps the outer left tricep is willing and able to go to the outer right thigh today. And be sure that your toes do have a somewhat loose grip on the mat. If your thumbs came towards your right shoulder, I will challenge you to draw them more center of the breastbone. While staying here, just lift your left heel up. Turn your gaze down towards the top of your mat, with the option to float the left leg up into a one-legged chair. Inner thighs can securely attach themselves here. Flamingo. Breathe. Now the added challenge here is start to inhale, lengthen the left leg back to a twisted, revolved crescent pose. Thumbs to the sternum, long through the back leg. Feel free to offer a bend if needed. Inhale up through high crescent. Unravel your spine and your waistline. As you exhale, hands down, you decide if you prefer a chaturanga here or go direct to down dog. And I will meet you there either way. Breathe. Inhale, lift heels. So good. Exhale. Look forward and travel to the top of your mat. Draw your toes close together and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Always think of growth. Exhale. Share pose. Inhale, hips down, arms up high. Exhale, hands to the heart and breathe. Inhale, scoop the navel in like an ice cream scoop. Exhale, twist to your left side for a twisted chair left side. Notice if your knees fell out of alignment and just draw them back. You have plenty of time. Lift your right heel. As you slightly gaze towards the top of your mat, flamingo pose while you draw your right heel towards your right bottom, and you're balancing on one leg while twisted. Inhale, start to straighten your right leg behind you. Exhale, revolve, crescent pose. So just adjust as needed, right? Nothing's ever perfect. It's just a practice. Inhale, crescent pose. Hips forward, arms up, thumbs back. Optional to move through your vinyasa your way. Match it to your breath. Match it to your intention. Notice your breath. Notice your body and your mind. Are they still communicating successfully? Go ahead and drop down to your knees briefly, and if you need a sip of water, please offer it to yourself. And I'll have you just come back into either child's pose or a seated meditation. You guys are awesome. If you want to stay in down dog, definitely do. We do have one little fun variation I wanted to challenge us with today, so that's what's coming up next. Find your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to your high plank. Stack your bones, right? So as if you are standing versus plank. Step your left hand closer to your right and swivel your heels over to the left. We're back into that side plank, but now we're in full expression. You know yourself best, so if you need to take that modified variation as we did on our warm-up, that is available. Option 1 is to hold. Option 2, lift the right leg up, flex the foot. Option 3, kick the right heel back, side plank Chopasana, Vashisthasana, Chopasana. Catch the top of your foot, kick it, lift through the sternum, and breathe. Come back through Vashisthasana. And pivot back through high plank to downward facing dog. Take a little rest, 2 breaths. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, right hand toward left, heels right, and open up. Stack your shoulders. Moving through our options, whenever you're ready, you can lift your top leg. You can bend it back, sweep back, catch your foot. Vashisthasana, Chopasana, second side. Lift through your arch of the side oblique on right side. Come back through side plank, step by step. Return back to high plank. Optional for your last chaturanga to downward facing dog. Breathe it all in. Breathe it all out. So good. Take a nice, generous breath in. As you empty your lungs, come back to your forward fold at the top. Inhale, lengthen and elongate your spine halfway. Crouch and curl, exhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, inner thighs connect. Feel free to drop your head if necessary. While remaining in the crouch, start to stack your vertebrae once again, with an option to also reach your arms forward, palms in, thumbs up. Feel the pelvic floor fire up and almost lift your hips a little bit off your heels to find better stabilization. Without using your hands, we're gonna come into boat pose. So you'll just start to lower down. Your heels might touch the ground before your bottoms do. Either way though, your bottoms will eventually come down and go directly to float the boat. Chest towards thighs, thighs towards chest. You can take any option you desire. It might be here, it could be straight legs, could be arms up, but you want your ribs in and no rounded spine. So stay strong in your practice because we're still here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, bend your knees hip width, place them on the mat with your feet. Guide your hands behind you, fingertips towards your backside. Reverse table, elbows come in, inhale, lift up, press up. Stay for the exhale with the option to drop the head back, lift the hips and open your heart. Your head lifts. Bend your elbows first so you get some tricep work on the way down. Boat pose, second time, lift your legs up. You can even keep your hands behind you or reach them forward. This is your last one if that helps you make the decision of where to go. Take your option of straight legs or arms up over your head or be as you are. We hold for 4, 3, 2, reverse tabletop setup successfully. Plant feet, reach arms and behind. Inhale, press through the feet, lift up. Exhale, feel free to drop your head back. Head comes up. Bend your elbows and come down, down, down. Reach your arms forward, keep your feet down, and lower all the way onto your backs. Once you're on your back, walk your heels near your backside, hip width. Arms by your side, bridge posture, yogis. Palms flat, anchor your shoulders down to the ground. Inhale, lift up. And if you have a wheel, or if you're done your asana in your practice, please feel free to find it if you know it well. Palms by your ears if that is where you're going, or bridge, feel free to interlace after you tuck your shoulders under you and just exist. If you are in wheel, feel free to transition down very slow and mindful. Bridge posture, release the bind if you took it, and then roll your spine ever so gently back down. Gather your knees in, feel free to move, sway, take what any counterbalance posture feels amazing right now. And pause right at the center. Start to let your eyes fall heavy, if not closed. As your knees open out towards the shoulders, feel free to just stay here in a wide leg variation or catch the feet for happy baby.
You can also move into a wide leg straddle. Sometimes that just feels better. Move around, make it playful. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Notice how you feel when you ask yourself, how do I want to feel in 60 moments? That reality is starting to come true. And send your legs to tabletop. Open your arms out to a T and snuggle your knees in towards your belly. Let your legs fall over to the left side. They'll just slowly drift. Be mindful that your right shoulder stay grounded. You can gaze over your right shoulder. If you want more, left hand on top of the right thigh. And if you want more, straighten your right foot and catch the pinky side and draw it over further. Remember your breath. If you have your foot, let it go softly, and let's all return onto our spines once again. Before you go into the other side, I'll encourage you to bring your knees in and create an alignment with just a snuggle and a roll. Open your arms back out and lower your knees to the right. And just remember your options. Doesn't always mean it applies to both sides, so be careful. Right hand can go on outer left thigh. If you want that added version, take it. If it doesn't work, leave it. Remove the foot if you have it. Come onto your backs. Give yourself one last final squeeze. Maybe your third eye comes up toward your knees. Your intention is now met. When you're ready, lower down onto your mat, Shavasana. You can set up any way you wish. It doesn't need to be with legs straight. If you prefer with feet together, that's awesome. All I ask is, in this moment, you completely surrender. Let your eyes fall heavy. Let your fingertips just naturally curl. And you let go. You let be, just for this moment of rest. You deserve every bit of it.
You're always welcome to stay exactly as you are. If you're ready to create movement with breath in the most relaxing way possible, gently do so now, and you can press your way up to a comfortable seat on your mat, and we'll end our class wherever you choose to be. If you are coming to a seat, you'll eventually just bring your hands towards your heart space. Wherever you decided to go, have your eyes closed. One last breath as a class. Inhale, start to draw your thumbs up towards your third eye space. Breathe everything good into your mind, your body, and your soul. Audibly let it go. The light in me honors the light in all of you. And together we all say, Namaste.